This box contains every McFarlane Batman 66 figure on card, but sadly, some have to go. Stay tuned to see what stays and what goes, and my thinking behind each decision. Welcome back, and as I'm sure you're aware, I will be moving overseas quite soon, and because of that, I've had to go through my collection and really trim things down, partly because I won't have enough space to display everything, and also because of the cost of shipping. Now, when McFarlane announced the Batman 66 line a few years ago, I was fully on board, and I bought 2 of every figure. I had every intention of keeping one set loose on display, but also displaying a carded set. Well, that's not going to happen. So I've decided I need to go through this box and determine which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I will be moving on. So first things first, I'm just going to move this to the side so we can see what we're doing here. And it will be a case of me going through each and every figure and then determining which ones I need to keep, because bear in mind, currently we do have 3 Batman 66 play sets that need to be populated. So my thinking is I'll have one set of figures on display, and beneath those I'll have the 3 play sets, each containing some figures. So where do we start? First one I grab out here is Batman in his boxing attire. This one absolutely has to go. I have the figure already, and I don't see any sort of circumstance, unless of course McFarlane gave us a boxing ring, but that's not going to happen. So boxing Batman, he has to go. Next up, what do we have? This is the Platinum Edition Chase variant Joker with his eye mask. This is worth a lot more than a regular figure, so this one I'm going to have to sell. Bearing in mind that, yes, I'm selling because of space issues and shipping cost issues, but it's always good to make money when you do sell things, and I think this one can fetch a reasonable price. The Penguin, he has to stay because the Villain's Lair playset needs the 4 classic villains, one of which of course is Penguin. So Penguin is absolutely staying. Black and White Joker, no need to keep one of these on card. I have the 4 black and white figures. I wish they would do more, but this one, no, that has to go. To go with boxing Batman, we have the boxing Riddler. No need for him to stay. And black and white Riddler. Now, I think I mentioned this in a video before. This is actually a far superior Riddler figure than the standard Riddler, because he has the eye mask around his neck and he came with a cane, unlike the original. Egghead, he's not going to fit into any of the play sets. He has to go. I didn't really think this out. I'm going to have a huge pile of figures to my right, but I may have to pause the video and tidy things up, but don't worry about it. We'll keep things going here. Standard Joker, absolutely one to keep for the Villain's Lair playset. The Cowless Batman. Now this is unfortunate because we have the Wayne Manor Library, as they call it, but it's actually the study. Because there are no, I was going to say no Adam West figures. I keep calling Bruce Wayne Adam West for some reason, but we don't have Bruce Wayne or Dick Grayson in civilian attire, which means for that playset I may need to use this figure. So this, unless of course McFarlane announce the civilian Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson figures, this will have to be used in that playset. So this one is kind of a keep. Standard issue Robin. I actually have another one on order because the next wave they reissued Batman and Robin along with 4 figures that, whilst they are part of the Batman 66 comic book line, were obviously never in the TV show. But this is one that I will use in the Batcave. And the one that's been pre-ordered, I'll maybe put into the Batmobile or Batboat, because they certainly don't fit well on the Batcycle. This is a definite keep. So far we have three and a half keepers. Julie Newmar, Catwoman, absolutely has to stay again for the Villain's Lair playset. Eartha Kitt, Catwoman. I'm not going to keep this. As I said, for me, Eartha Kitt is the Catwoman, and I already have this one loose, so I don't need to keep Eartha Kitt. Another Platinum Edition. This time it's the unmasked Riddler. Much like the masked Joker, I don't need this, so this could fetch some decent money, hopefully, so that has to go. I'm going to try and be more careful as I toss these to the side, actually. Black and White Robin. This is actually a fantastic looking figure, but no need to keep a carded version. Surf's Up Joker. The fact that these didn't come with surfboards makes it a very easy choice to get rid of this. This one is Alfred as Batman, a really stupid figure to have released like this. If you're going to do Alfred as Batman, put the civilian head on or the normal head and separate cowl or something. This is just a Batman with a painted moustache, so don't need this. Black and White Batman, as I've said already, don't need to keep duplicates of the black and whites. One of the ones I got in Thailand, the oxygen mask or bat respirator Batman, no need for a carded version of that. Two-Face, this is a figure that I really do not care for. He was not on the TV show. Yes, he was in the comic book, but it's not a character I have any attachment to. He has to go. Robin with his respirator, don't need that. King Tut, this is probably the best figure they've produced, but he will not be appearing in my Villain's Lair playset. And actually this one is very heavy, so don't need to keep hold of him. Pink cowled Batman. Without a Mad Hatter figure, it's kind of pointless, but I have the loose one. Oh, but you know what? This does have accessories as opposed to those silly speech bubbles. But no, I'm going to get shot of him. This is the money maker right here. This is the Platinum Edition maskless Robin. And I've seen these sell for as much as $200. But as I mentioned with the cowlless Batman, not having a normal Dick Grayson figure, I may have to use this one in my Wayne Manor library playset, which is unfortunate because this could have made me some really good money. Standard issue Riddler with the mask. This one stays for the Villain's Lair. We're getting to the end, don't worry. Surf's Up Batman, as I said, with Surf's Up Joker, no need for this. Batgirl. I was going to put her in the Batcave because she did appear in the Batcave on the TV show, but I think that's going to be overkill, so she can get moved on. And this one is the standard issue Batman. As I said, I have another one coming in addition to my one loose one, but one will definitely go in the Batcave and potentially another one will be used on the Batboat, or maybe my second McFarlane Batmobile. But yeah, absolutely going to stay. And last of all, Mr. Freeze. Again, a really cool looking figure, but not one I need a second of to go in any sort of diorama playset type situation. So that has to go. So basically we're finished, except I have this massive bag. Well, massive, it's a small bag that's been massively packed of those little text bubbles. I'm going to keep hold of these. These all came with my loose figures. I may do something with them, not decided yet, but as it stands, we're keeping the standard issue Batman, Maskless Robin, depending on what McFarlane release next, more than likely will stay. Standard issue Robin, obviously, for the Batcave. Cowless Batman, again, much like the Maskless Robin, may have to stay to populate Wayne Manor. We have our standard Riddler for the Villain's Lair. Standard Joker also for the Villain's Lair. We have our Penguin for the Villain's Lair. And would you believe we have Catwoman also for the Villain's Lair. So all in all, we're keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So definitely 6 and potentially 8 are staying. So the rest must go. How I package them up, I'm not sure yet. If I'll do them by wave or just one big collection. And the 2 platinums will definitely go singly, because those do generate a lot more money than the standard issue figures. But there you go. Now that I see them all out here, I'm a little bit sad. Like I said, I had envisioned this wall covered in carded Batman figures, but not going to happen. And again, the cost of shipping all that just adds up. So not happy about it, but it is what it is. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that quick look there at these carded McFarlane Batman figures. If you did, please do just drop a quick like. It only takes a fraction of a second. Please share the video. Make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.